What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to chat about the 6 things that I do not like about my Ford Bronco. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my Ford Bronco. I've only had it a few months. I have 0 regrets about buying one. There's more pictures of this thing on my Instagram and Facebook than like my kids and dogs combined. I absolutely love my Ford Bronco. I've even already did a video on 6 things that I love about my Ford Bronco. However, nothing is perfect, and it's a newer vehicle, so there's some things Ford has changed already since this 2021 model. There's other things I would like them to change, and as always, I'd like to hear your opinion though. If it's something you agree with or disagree, anything else you dislike or love about the Bronco, whatever you have, whatever your opinion is, your opinion kinda somewhat matters, but I do want to hear it. Get down in the comments and let's chat. Number 1 is going to be the radio. The radio, the stereo, the speakers. It is absolutely terrible. If unlikely event that anybody from Ford watches this video, unlikely, you should be embarrassed. The radio is absolutely terrible, especially for a convertible. Terrible, terrible, beyond terrible. I've even been in the Broncos that have the Bang & Olufsen, I believe is the brand, upgraded stereo, and that one's not great either. Like, I had a 2015 Dodge Caravan minivan before this, and the stereo was 10 times better in that than it is this. The radio is really bad. That's high on my upgrade list, is a nice set of speakers, a nice amp, nice sub, but the radio, not great. Number 2 is going to be the gas mileage, the speed or lack thereof, and the towing capacity or lack thereof. I get it. It's a lifted vehicle with 35s. I have the 4-cylinder. You can also get the 6-cylinder, but I don't think either, and this thing is a giant box. I get all of that. But if you are going to get a Ford Bronco, you need to accept the fact that it's not a quick vehicle. The towing capacity is not great, and and the gas miles is not great either. Again, I go back, I had a Dodge Caravan, a vehicle that was 10 years older than this, and it was a minivan. Significantly faster, significantly better gas miles, and much better towing capacity. So I'm not complaining. Again, I have no regrets. That's just something, if you want to get a Ford Bronco, I want to make sure you're aware of and that you can accept that none of those is great. I'll put the specs up on the screen, but for example, the gas miles. When I got this, it was getting 16 miles per gallon, and I'm a pretty slow, easy driver. I've gotten that up to 18.6 miles per gallon, so it's better, but I wouldn't call it good. Number 3 is going to be the power pack. Sorry, people are working on that house over there, and sorry if you're picking that up on my mic. But anyway, number 3 is a lack of a power pack. There's no plugs back here, whether it be a cigarette lighter or a 110. And people use Jeeps and Broncos for lots of off-roading and camping and going on the beach and all that type of stuff. Now, I believe the new Bronco, you can get it with the power pack, the 24, but for the first several years, it didn't have an option for a power pack. So what I did to fix the solution is I have a couple of these battery backups. I have a Jackery and I have a Blue Eddy. The Blue Eddy they're both good, but the Blue Eddy is amazing. I definitely prefer that one. It has a wireless charger on top for your phone. You can get them both with solar panels. The Blue Yeti solar panels are really, really nice. Charges it pretty quick for solar, and there's a link down below to the Blue Yeti if you want to grab one. But that's a good solution if you're going to do any of that camping or hunting or hiking or on the beach or anything like that, off-roading. That is kind of a must-have in my opinion. So for number 4, I want to talk about the wait time and the price gouging and the canceling of orders. And I get it, it's capitalism, good for Ford, making a high demand vehicle that everybody wants, and I understand that they can't make enough to satisfy that demand. It's a great place for them to be in, but when I see vehicles going 20-30% over MSRP, and I get it, supply and demand, I'm all good with capitalism, but man, it's really, really hard to justify spending more than MSRP on a vehicle. Now, I bought this used secondhand, and I think I got a great deal on it, but the availability and the canceling of orders, man. People ordered a 2023, their order got canceled, they had to they had to order it again for 2024 if they were lucky enough. There was only one day they could order, and come on, it's been a couple years now, Ford. I would hope they would have figured this out a little bit sooner. All right, what are we on? Number 5, I believe. Number 5 is going to be this window rattling. Oh my God, it drives me nuts. If you crack the window more than this, all the way down to that much, the window rattles. Every time you hit a bump, it's like the noise drives me nuts, to the point where I either put the window all the way up or all the way down and nothing in between. It really, really drives me insane. Now my music's on in here. Yeah, either way, the window rattle, oh, that's gotta go. And I do understand it's a byproduct of having a frameless window. I get all that, but it's still annoying. And the thing that annoys me the most is going to be the hardtop situation. These things are gonna have been out for several years and you can't get a hardtop again. Somebody figure it out, get the supply going. Whether it be Ford or aftermarket, the quickest I've seen right now is 6 months. And if you're watching this video in the future, that may be different. But as of right now, this second, rally tops, which I don't love the way it looks, I think they said 4 to 6 months. And the other tops that look better were 6 to 9 months. If I order one now, the winter's over. Even Ford, like I asked the Ford dealerships and they just kind of laughed at me like, yeah, we can't get a hardtop. That's not in the plans anytime soon. So I'm gonna deal with the soft top in the winter, but once we start getting a lot of snow and stuff, it'd be nice to have a hardtop, but yeah, what are you gonna do? All right, I do have a 7th one for you just because I love you so much. You're my favorite people in the world and I wanna marry you. No, number 7 is, it's rather difficult for certain people to get in and out of a Bronco. For me, it's not so bad. I'm in relatively good shape. I'm somewhat young enough and I can jump in and out pretty easy. But if you're very short, if you're older, if you're younger, my kids, my wife's only 5'1", my dad's a little bit older, they really struggled getting in and out of the Bronco. And I think a lot of it has to do, granted, it's a lifted vehicle. I know, I get it. I'm complaining about stuff that I did, but even the regular Bronco, the location of the grab handles are not great. And that can be solved very easily. The overhead grab handles that you can get, very inexpensive, sub $20. I do plan on buying some of those. That will fix the issue. But again, not complaining. More, I want to make sure you're aware of these things before you grab a Bronco. That was one of the things I didn't realize, that the location of the grab handles are not great and it makes it a little bit difficult getting in and out of the vehicle. All right, that is all I have for you. As always, get down in the comment section. Let me know what you agree with. Let me know what you disagree with. If there's any good upgrades and changes I can make to those things that I've mentioned. Your comment matters here. And as always, you are required to subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules, I just follow them. YouTube said if you got this far into my videos, from now on, you are required to subscribe. I love dad jokes. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.